Hey beauties, it is your girl Jessica Nicole. I am definitely not used to doing voiceovers, but I am doing one today. And I will be doing makeup on my little sister-in-law. I took her from looking like this to looking like this. So if you guys want to see how I got this, just stay tuned. Oh, also, shout out to my notification gang. Can't forget about y'all, you know. But let's just get straight into the video. So I am using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer, and I'm using the mattifying one. It's always good to consult with your client before you start their makeup. She let me know that she is oily in her T-zone, so I had to use that on her forehead, nose, chin, and cheeks, especially around her nose area. For brows, I'm using the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in Chocolate Mousse, and guys, I need to get this because it's $5 first of all, and you know there's always a discount code somewhere. And it's a bomb pencil. It's pigmented. It doesn't tug a lot. NYX, move over, baby. No matter what kind of product I'm using, I always use powder to set the brow. So I'm using the brow palette from Morphe as well. And just the angle brush just to fill in her brows, set them in place. You know, you want a no budge brow, especially on clients who will not be around you for you to fix anything on their face. So I went into my Bobbi Brown BBU palette. I did not get to get a shot of that, but everything that I am using will be listed in the description bar down below. But yeah, I went into the BBU palette from Bobbi Brown, and I used the concealers in Dark and Deep Bisque, and I just cleaned her brows up with that, and then I just went in with the brush and just blended that out. And then I used the same exact brush to use my Smashbox photofinish eyeshadow primer to prime her lids. I'm just going to set that primer in place even though it sets itself, and I'm just using a little bit of the RCMA No Color powder. For the palette today, I will be using the Jacklyn Hill Morphe palette. I don't know why I never got this for myself because it is a bomb palette. But anyway, I'm going in with the color Roxanne as her transition shade. I like how the shade looked on her. It was like a little reddy brown kind of shade, so I definitely wanted to use that. To deepen up her crease, I went in with the color Mocha, and it didn't do as much as I needed it to do, but I still used it anyway to try and deepen up her crease a little bit more. I do suggest don't make your client close their eyes. I suggest you make them look down as much as they can, because then you'll be able to catch their eye shape a little bit better. Then I'm going in with a more smaller rounded brush, and I'm going in with the color Chip on the outer V of the eye, and I'm blending it towards the lid. She wanted something that I would do on myself, so I gave her a semi-cut crease, but of course I have other tricks up my sleeve and other things I can do. It's just I like that on her. I'm just going in with the brush that I use for my transition shade, and I'm just blending everything together. You want these eyes to look seamless. So now I'm just using my eyeshadow base from NYX. This is in white. I feel like to cut out any lid or anything like that, it is like the best base to use because it makes the color pop, and also it's super easy to glide with if you have a steady hand, of course. Just going in with a flatter eyeshadow blending brush, and I'm going in back with the color Roxanne, and I'm just applying that where I would blend the lid shade. The lid shade I am going in with is SBN? No, Queen, sorry. Her lid color is Queen. It's a nice champagne-y gold color. And then again, I'm going back in with the color Roxanne, just trying to make everything look seamless. To deepen up the outer area of the eye, I'm going in with the color Soda Pop, and it actually changed the eye look a lot more. So I'm just lining her lid with some of the Morphe gel liner and going over it with the NYX matte liquid liner. The NYX matte liquid liner just to make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going in with some black eyeshadow, which is a bisque from the palette, just to make sure the liner just blends out and everything goes together. The lashes I'm using on her is a secret because I got them from somewhere special. I know y'all tired of that, but it will continue to be a secret until I figure out what I want to do. And I'm just popping those on. So here I'm just matching her shade. Now I'm matching to her face instead of her chest because, of course, as you can see, they're two different colors. Also, I'm matching to her face because I wanted her face to look a little bit bronzy. Now, when I got this palette, I didn't realize how much it oxidizes. I did match to her face, like I said. It did oxidize on her and get a lot darker, but I'm Jessica Nicole. I'll fix it. Oh, her foundation shade is Chestnut and Warm Walnut. And then her concealer, I'm going back in with the same shades from before, which is Dark and Deep Bisque. All face products are from the Bobbi Brown BBU palette, such as foundation and concealers and things like that. I'm just contouring her with this e.l.f. contouring brush, which is everything. And I'm using the shade, the foundation shade in Espresso to contour her and blend it all out. So of course I blended out her contour first, and I also put some of the highlight shade underneath her contour. And then I'm going to blend her highlight concealer into her contour. And just putting these concealers on her face just helps to even out the shade of the foundation. And I also want her chin area to equal out to her chest. I know, it's a lot. So I'm just going back in with the foundation brush, just blending out the edges of the concealer. You want everything on your client's face to be seamless. Take that extra minute to make sure everything is blended all the way together. And I suggest going back and forth between all areas of the face just to make sure everything is blended and nothing settles into any areas. I know it's a lot, guys, but practice makes perfect. So to set all her highlighted areas, I made a concoction. I used both of the Laura Mercier powders, which is the dark and the light one, or the translucent. And I used the Sacha Buttercup because she is yellow undertone. When I'm setting my client's face, I do not use the same beauty blender that I use to blend anything out. I use a disposable sponge that you could buy a pack at like Target or Walmart or wherever, and just use that to set her face. And then I went in with the Sephora Micro Smooth powder. I used the two darkest colors, which is 56 and 60, I'm pretty sure. I'm just taking a fluffy brush to just set all around her face. And then I'm going to go in with my number 79 brush from Sephora to dust away all of the powder that I have baking on her face. So I'm just going to let her face sit while I finish up her eyes. So I'm just lining her waterline with this Ulta Beauty eyeliner pencil. This is in black. These pencils are actually bomb AF. You guys need to get them. And I'm just going to take a flat liner brush to define her under eyes. And I'm using the color Soda Pop from the same palette. I used one palette on her eyes. And then I'm taking a real tiny and tight brush. And I'm going to go in with Roxanne just to mimic her crease area. So for the inner corner of her eyes, I'm using the shade Obsessed. And I'm just taking another like tight blending brush and I'm just popping that in her inner corner for some And then I'm setting her brows with this e.l.f. brow gel. Gotta make sure her brows don't move. Now, makeup artists, if you want to save money, do not buy mascara. Just get samples from Sephora. Like, use your points and get that instead of using it and getting crap. Use them and get mascaras and just use those on your clients. And make sure you're using disposable wands. Okay guys, cleanliness is very, very important when you're doing clients' makeup. So now I'm just taking a little bit of bronzer. This is the bronzer that I got from the Balm Cosmetics. Take Home the Bronze. It's the darkest shade. Just trying to bronze up her skin a little bit before I contour. And I am using the BH Cosmetics powder contour palette. I've been using this since forever. And it's actually a really nice contour palette. So on to all of my clients' favorite part. Nobody cares about anything else but this part. I'm going into my ABH palette and I'm using Golden Bronze as her highlighter, and I'm just using a fluffy brush that I got from Morphe. So I'm just spraying her face with some Fix Plus. I want to take away that powdery look she has going on, and also I want her highlight to pop. And I'm going to go over her highlight, so I'm double highlighting it with the Inglot Sparkling Dust Loose Powder. And this is in, I think, 03. Don't quote me because I don't see it on there. My bad. And then I'm just going to take that same Sephora powder and just use the same sponge that I used to set under her eyes. I'm just carving out that contour. Just setting her face with the Scandinavia setting spray, and this is for oil control because she's going to be out all day. I already put Carmex on her lips and took a little bit of it off, but I wanted her lips to be super moisturized because I didn't get to moisturize her lips before I started. I'm lining her lips with this pencil. Someone gifted a set of them to me, so I don't know like the names of them. And then I'm going into my ABH lip palette and I'm using number 11 and I'm popping it on the center of her lips and just ombreing it. I just want the center of her lips to pop, so I'm ombreing it out. So I'm topping off her lips with this NYX High Shine Gloss because she was dying for lip gloss. But yeah, that is all I did. So here is her finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I always tell you guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on all social medias, and I'll see you guys in my next video.